the test that reveals your true energy frequency. Have you ever wondered what your natural vibration really is? Not the energy you absorb from others, not the patterns you inherited from your family, not the state your surroundings impose on you, but your authentic frequency, the one that is genuinely yours. Perhaps you've noticed that you feel differently depending on where you are or who you're with. In some places, you feel energized and inspired. In others, heavy and drained. With certain people, you shine naturally. With others, you feel dull or confused about who you really are. If you want to discover your true energetic signature, that frequency that is your essence when it is not being influenced by external factors, today you will learn a simple but revealing method that can completely change how you see yourself and position yourself in the world. After observing human energy for years, I realized something fascinating. Most people have never truly known their own natural frequency. They live their entire lives adapting, absorbing, and reacting to the energies around them. But they rarely stop to discover who they are energetically when nothing external is influencing them. It's as if you've spent your entire life listening to music with interference on the radio, never quite tuning into your own station. You know there's a clear frequency out there, but you've never been able to fully access it. And this creates profound confusion about identity. You may be living a life that isn't energetically compatible with who you truly are. You're trying to be someone whose frequency doesn't resonate with your natural essence. Or worse, you may be limiting yourself based on a lower frequency that isn't even yours, but one you've absorbed from others. When you discover your true energetic frequency, everything changes. Your choices become clearer. Relationships make more sense. You stop forcing things that don't naturally align with who you are, and you start attracting situations that truly align with your essence. Discovering who you are energetically. Your natural frequency has specific characteristics that can be identified through careful observation. It's not about what you'd like to be or what others expect of you. It's about recognizing authentic patterns that emerge when you're most relaxed and genuine. First, let's identify your natural frequency moments. Think about the situations where you feel most yourself. This could be alone in nature, creating something you love, talking to a special someone, or simply in moments of contemplative silence. In these moments, what kind of energy do you naturally radiate? Do you become more introspective or more expansive, calmer or more energetic, more focused or more fluid? There is no right answer. There is only your authentic response. Also, notice which environments and people make you feel more genuine. Natural places, artistic spaces, learning environments, specific workplaces. Creative people, serene people, adventurous people, profound people. Patterns reveal a lot about your natural frequency. Pay attention to the activities that make time fly by for you. When you're in your natural frequency, there's a state of flow where effort becomes pleasure, where you lose track of time because you're completely aligned with your energetic essence. Now let's identify when you're out of your natural frequency. These are situations where you feel uncomfortable, forced, or like you're acting rather than being genuine. Maybe you notice that in certain social situations, you feel drained even when nothing bad happens, or that some work environments make you feel like a fish out of water, no matter how hard you try to adapt. Notice the moments when you catch yourself trying to be someone other than who you naturally are. When you force extroversion while being naturally introspective, or when you try to be too serious while being naturally more light-hearted and spontaneous. Also pay attention to people who make you feel diminished or confused about your own identity. They're not necessarily bad people, but people whose energy simply doesn't resonate harmoniously with yours. These contrasts are valuable because they reveal, by contrast, what your authentic frequency is. When you know what isn't yours, it becomes easier to recognize what genuinely is. The key is to observe without judgment. There is no higher or lower frequency. There is only the frequency that is authentically yours versus those you are trying to adopt due to external pressure or social programming. The Personal Attendance Practice Test. Now I'll guide you through a practical test to identify your natural energetic frequency. This isn't a mental quiz, but an experiential exploration of your authentic energy. Find a moment where you can be alone for at least 15 minutes without distractions or outside influences. Turn off devices, find a space where you feel comfortable, and simply allow yourself to exist without agendas or expectations. Start by breathing naturally and observing what rhythm your body chooses when it's not being rushed or controlled. Is your natural breathing fast or slow, deep or shallow? Let your body find its own pattern without interference. Now notice what kind of posture your body assumes when it's completely relaxed. Do you curl inward or expand? Do you prefer sitting, lying down, or moving? Your body knows its natural frequency. It will naturally gravitate toward positions that support it. Pay attention to the thoughts that arise spontaneously when your mind is not busy with tasks. Are they practical or contemplative, focused on the present or exploring possibilities, related to people or abstract ideas, action-oriented or reflective? Notice what kind of energy naturally emerges: more yang, active, directed, focused, or more yin, receptive, flowing, intuitive, more earth, practical, stable, sensory, or more air, mental, quick, conceptual, more fire, intense, passionate, transformative, or more water, emotional, adaptive, healing. Now let's test your energetic response to different stimuli to identify what naturally resonates with your frequency. Mentally, imagine yourself in different environments and observe your spontaneous energetic response. A beach at sunrise, a dense, silent forest, a vibrant, bustling city, a tall, majestic mountain, an ancient, tranquil library. Which one naturally makes your energy expand? Imagine yourself engaged in different activities, creating something with your hands, solving a complex problem, having a deep conversation with someone, moving your body to the rhythm of music, reading a fascinating book, helping someone in need. Which makes you feel most alive and authentic? Consider different forms of social interaction. Deep, one-on-one conversations, small groups of close people, large, lively social events, leading or teaching others, working collaboratively as a team, time alone to recharge. Which aligns most naturally with your energy? Consider different rhythms of life. Structured days with a clear routine, spontaneous and flexible days, periods of intense focus and productivity, long moments of contemplation and reflection, alternating between action and rest. Which pattern makes you feel more balanced and genuine? Spontaneous responses, those that arise before the analytical mind interferes, reveal a lot about your authentic, natural frequency. Living in alignment with your authentic frequency. Once you've identified your natural energetic frequency, the next step is to honor that discovery through conscious choices that support rather than contradict your essence. This doesn't mean you should completely avoid situations that don't perfectly align with your frequency. It means you can navigate these situations with more awareness, staying connected to your authentic essence even when you need to temporarily adapt. Start by making small adjustments to your physical environment that support your natural frequency. If you've discovered that you're naturally more contemplative, create quiet spaces in your home. If you're more kinesthetic, incorporate more movement into your daily routine. Look at your relationships through the lens of energetic compatibility. This doesn't mean abandoning loved ones, but rather understanding that some relationships require more energy to maintain harmony, while others flow naturally. Consider your professional choices and how they align or conflict with your natural frequency. You may not be able to change your work immediately, but you can find ways to incorporate more elements that resonate with your authentic self. Practice regular frequency checks, moments where you stop and ask yourself, am I being authentic to my natural frequency right now, or am I forcing myself to be someone I'm not? This simple awareness creates opportunities for realignment. Understanding your authentic energetic frequency is one of the most liberating discoveries you can make, not only because it allows you to live with greater personal integrity, but because it automatically attracts situations, people, and opportunities that truly align with who you are. When you stop trying to fit into frequencies that aren't yours and start honoring your natural vibration, life becomes more fluid. Decisions become clearer because you have an internal standard to evaluate them. Relationships deepen because you're offering your authentic essence instead of an adapted version of yourself. And perhaps most importantly, you develop compassion for both yourself and others. You understand that each person has a unique frequency that deserves to be honored, and that many conflicts arise simply from energetic incompatibility, not from personal flaws. Your authentic energetic frequency is your internal GPS for an aligned life. When you learn to consult and trust it, you become empowered to co-create a reality that genuinely resonates with your soul. Now that you've discovered how to identify your true energetic frequency, you might be wondering, how can I detect when other people aren't being authentic? How do I identify people who might drain my energy before I even engage deeply? This is a crucial skill for anyone who wants to stay aligned with their natural frequency without isolating themselves from the world. In the next video, we'll explore how to know if someone is toxic before they even speak. You'll learn to read subtle energetic signs that reveal when someone is operating on frequencies that can interfere with your personal harmony. You will discover how to develop an energetic radar that protects your authentic frequency while maintaining openness to genuine and nourishing connections. If this video helped you better understand your energetic essence, you definitely need to learn how to protect it from influences that don't serve your growth. Click on the next video now and develop the ability to navigate relationships with energetic wisdom.